Drivin Ivan here, and it's the 2022 Rockville Antique and Classic Car Show. I'm going to walk you around, show you every single car. Let's get started, and before we do, smash that like button for me and subscribe. Check out what does Drivin Ivan drive. I've got quite a collection. Let's go see what's on display today. Starting with the T-Birds. Potomac chapter. Not the stock wheels on that one, but still pretty cool. This one's a stock car right here. Really nice looking red interior. Beautiful top on this one. Look at that. Wow. Great looking. Interesting color on this one. I like the weird colors. I was going to bring my Barbie pink Citroen, my Barbie Dream Wagon I call it today, but this filled up quite quickly. Registration was quite popular this year, and I think people were, waiting to get out again because this show has been canceled, I think, for a couple of years now because of COVID. So everybody's anxious to get out, and it filled up right away. Kind of salmon colored, like my Citroen. Very cool. Older T-Birds down here. I'm gonna just walk it in order. I'm gonna show you every car out here. Sure, I'll see some friends along the way.
The 59,
and definitely sad that I didn't bring a car today. Well, I brought Charlie Sheen's Fiat, which is for sale actually. Yeah, it was Charlie Sheen's Fiat. Just Google that and Drivin Ivan, and you will see it. If I talk about any car, that's how you find it on YouTube. Search Drivin Ivan. This is very cool. Wow. Look at that. For sale. Look at that. It's like a Hot Wheels dream car. No way. Very, very cool.
What is this? A concept car?
She's modified.
Oh. Yeah.
Very neat. That is awesome. Very cool. But we must move on. Onward to the Cherokee Sport. Standard, I almost bought one for $600 not too long ago. Standard all-wheel drive, and nowadays, because of the 4x4 craze and SUV craze, they're going up in value. This would be a Woody, a Willys Woody. Very cool. Beach Boys were singing off these. The Woody in his dirty white jeans. He takes his choice of honeys up and down the coast. The finest surfer yet to make the scene. Yes, mentioned in the Beach Boys song Noble Surfer, and I'm sure others too. It's a great album, great band. I do have a music channel, Ink Video, and Ivan Katz Productions. Plus you can see some music videos on my Drivin Ivan site. Just recorded, well, I recorded it a long time ago, but I just did a video of me playing all the instruments on Hotel California, the classic. Free Your Mind is an original song I did with lots of my car collection in it and all of my instrument collection. A lot of cars we're going to see today. I'm looking forward to it. Look at that. My Citroen buddies are out in full force, like they always are. Sorry I missed them. But the Broncos, new Broncos out now, and yes, they are all the rage. So of course, current trends and collectability brings everything up. Falcon down there, it's a nice looking car. Go in for a closer look. Peugeot. Peugeot wagon. I had a friend in high school that had an older one, green. Looked like a cucumber going down the street. Very nice. I just got invited to the French embassy again with my Citroen. They like to put it out front when and right in front of the embassy to display it. So I'll be hopefully attending that party next month at the French embassy in my Citroen CX Safari wagon.
Oh, hey, how are you?
fellow car enthusiast right there. Look at that, Renault. Beautiful Alpine 1600S. This is the one. A1110, I believe it's called. Wow, this is going to be one of my favorites at the show, certainly. Love this car. Love it, love it, love it.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's a 2+2, like a 911.
Who's fitting
That Alpine Renault. Two of them, back to back. This is the 610, I believe. Is it? That's the A110 Alpine Renault right here. Man, love these. Yeah, great cars. 24 hours of them all. Yes. 1978. Oh, it's a 310, owned by Jim Gordon. Nice to see these. Very rare. So they put all the French cars over here, and we've got micro car over there. Suzuki Cappuccino, Honda Beat, AZ. Those are all in that class of under 500 liters. Sorry. Ford Taurus show. Conan O'Brien famously has one of these, and he's kept it over all the years. NSX. Look for my review of the new NSX, but I do like the classic version better, and I kind of lament that they did not echo the shape of this one in the new design, unfortunately. Bone stock Miata, like a Lotus Elan. Hopefully I'll see a Lotus Elan later and you can see how it was influenced and inspired by that car. Again, trying to show you every single car out here. There's a bunch of them and lots of people walking around. I have a Mazda RX-7 convertible just like this one. Mine is a 1990 and mine has an LT1. Instead of the 1.3 rotor here, mine has an LT1 Chevy engine. So yes, you can Google that one too. That's a cool car, I love it. This one looks nice though, bone stock, and perfect car for today. 70 and sunny, the Z cars. They're also getting more and more popular as they are being reintroduced with a new version again, which is common. Again, I'm just going to go row by row here. You can see we got a lot of rows to go, but I want to show you every single car. Du Chevaux. This one was at the French Embassy with me last time. Hey! Nice to see these beauties lined up. Just your everyday Honda. The pedestrian stuff is sometimes cool, right? He used to have a Renault R5 Turbo that I reviewed. Beautiful car. Love these classic. Those are like Mustang wheels on it. There's another one. Get to that. Let's show you the interior on this because all the cars of the day sort of look like this. Period radio, vinyl seats. Yeah, that's what kids my age were driving in, certainly. All right, Caliente. 1964. Comet. Not sure if this was made in Mexico, sold in Mexico. Sometimes they gave them different names down there back in the day. That might be what that is. Help me out in the comments if you know. Nice looking. Mercury, the Mercury, luxury apartments at Wildwood. I guess that's New Jersey. Got the spare tire. That one. Another Mercury. Nice how they line them up together to make the show complete. Compare and contrast differing ages of cars and even sizes sometimes. You'd be surprised if you put a modern SUV next to that.
Tail lights. Yeah.
Those are big cars, but you know, the modern SUVs are big cars too. 53 Mercury, attracting quite a crowd. Pink and white here. 57. Interesting interior, huh? Looks good. Yeah, they told everybody they had to have fire extinguishers, and there should be something stopping each wheel on each one of these cars too. Looks like this has a clean shut, so I'll show you that. Again, here we go. Very cool. That is a cool looking car. And on we go. Again, just showing you every car. Excuse the wind noise. Hey! Nice seeing you.
Busy.
I'm mid-video.
This car older than my
I have a Model T review somewhere on YouTube. Very interesting car to drive. These look like they might be a little later Model A's. You have town sedan, Model A pickup from 1931 in this case. Nice to see them all lined up together. Yeah. Hey, mid-video. There's one of my buddies. Got a lot of his cars in my video collection.
Gotta make your way down there. There you go.
You're live in widescreen, Phil.
Oh, here we go.
Nice to see you guys. I'll catch up in a second.
All right, awesome.
I'm mid-video.
Thank you, Hollywood.
Showing them every car. Wait, you got your M6. Okay, we'll check out his M6 later. We went on a road trip to the Pittsburgh Vintage Grand Prix. He's an instructor actually for BMW and Audi, and he's a pretty quick driver, but we were teasing him because he couldn't keep up with us in our more modern cars through the twisties of West Virginia and Pennsylvania. It's super cool. George Washington chapter of Model A Fords. There you go. There's a whole flea market here. Used cars up there. And it's nice that you can sell your cars and display them as well. These are Model Ts. Hey, the Alphas. We'll get to there. We'll get to them soon. I have a couple Alphas. I like all cars, personally, but I do tend to favor the sports cars. Again, you can Google what does Drivin Ivan drive, look for the music video. You'll see my current collection. Probably want to see what the inside of one of these looks like, don't you? 1925.
He was called the King of Washington.
Like I said, I drove one of these, and it's on YouTube, and it's it's quite a procedure to drive these. This one looks more standard, but one I drove had all sorts of stuff you had to do while driving it. These do too. Definitely not a car that you can get in and not be trained on these days and drive it, because there's just different ways to control the throttle, the choke, and things like that. It's very interesting. Taurus wagon, king of cars there. I mean, that's a very, very big car, like that Mercury I showed you earlier. These were huge. Ford Taurus from 1999. Yep. You're wondering what was going on in 1999. Well, everybody was freaking out about Y2K. Y2K was the fact that all of the computers were just going to shut down after the clock changed from December 31st, 1999 to January 1st, 2000. And people were really frightened about it, actually. I was up in the Italian Alps. I'd rented an Alfa Romeo in Italy. I was visiting some friends in the Italian Alps, actually. Flew back the next day to America on January 1st. So clearly I wasn't concerned about Y2K. And yeah, it turned out to be a lot of hype, and everything went on as usual. A lot of companies, though. My brother was working at his company. He's a computer guy, and they were making sure that everything didn't crash and everything was okay. 1999 was an interesting year. Hence the Prince song and everything else. Actually saw Prince's house on the Turks and Caicos, Turtle Cove. And, does have a purple driveway. He had a purple driveway and purple tennis courts as advertised. Yellow house back into the Caribbean with a studio. I hope his family kept it and still uses it. That was a beautiful, beautiful house. And anyway, speaking of music and cars, Jim Morrison was given this Ford GT 350 when the doors went platinum. I think it sold 1 million copies, and Elektra Records, or Paul Rothschild, his manager, producer, they gave him this car, and you can see it in a lot of his videos. You can also see his house in Alexandria. Just Google Drivin Ivan and Jim Morrison or Ivan Katz, and you'll see the whole story of his house in Alexandria. And I also have a story of his car as well on YouTube elsewhere, where I go into more detail. But very cool and very similar to his, as is this one. Let's go see some interiors. 1966 GT 350H. This is the Hertz one. You could rent this one. Carroll Shelby, very nice. I have an interview with Pete Brock, talking about the Shelby Daytona, Cobra Daytona. What a lovely color. And that's on YouTube. Did meet the man, Carroll Shelby. Shook his hand, got him to sign a picture for me. Very nice to meet him. I was at a press event for that car, actually. They had a lot of original Shelbys there, including my favorite, like a street sort of Shelby Cobra that had wire wheels and such. I love the color on this one. Wow, really nice. It's a car I drove to prom, actually. My uncle had a 66. And I was so scared driving it to prom, but it was fun. It was fun. His was forest green, like this one, convertible with the pony interior. Also, want to know what pony interior is? Of course you do. See? That's pony interior. That's the Ford Mustang pony interior. There you go. Check out Drivin Ivan. I'm showing you every car today.
All right.
Drivin Ivan on YouTube. Can't do apple red there. 5.0. Just reviewed a Fox body, similar interior, convertible also. Check out elsewhere. Oh, mine was not a manual, unfortunately. But yes, the Fox body Mustang. I was happy to finally get in it. It's one of those cars that I always wanted to review.
Watching them spend money.
You know, finally had one in high school, and just looking forward to the Ferraris. But yes. Lot to see here. Always a lot to see. The pink one, this one's always out and about. I like the pink cars. I have that pink Citroen, like I said. And yeah. It's you? I think we met before. I have the pink Citroen wagon. Oh yeah, the Barbie Dream wagon. Yeah. Drivin Ivan on YouTube.
Yeah, how are you?
Every car today. Your car will be in there, of course. Lovely. Nice to see it again. Is there a Playboy connection?
It was given to Playmate of the Year, Donna Michelle.
Donna Michelle, Playmate of the Year.
Yep.
All right, cool. There you have it. A real Playmate-owned car. They have Corvettes. They have Mustangs, and mine was not given to any Playmate. My Citroen was not given to a Playmate. It's 5-speed manual.
Oh yeah, they couldn't drive that.
Well, some of them could, but nice to see it. I guess Hef took a little liking to her. He has a type, and his type is kind of blonde and that sort of deal. You could tell. Holly and the Girls Next Door, all those shows. I try not to get sucked into reality TV, but sometimes can't help it, right? Mondial 3.2, one of the actually lesser desired Ferraris, but I think they're really cool because it's a convertible. I love the shape of the top is mimicked even when the top is down. And yeah, you got the Ferrari H-Gate. If you want to know what it's like to drive the H-Gate, check out my review for the 308. Just search on YouTube Drivin Ivan Ferrari. You'll see. Also drove the 550 Maranello. Yes. Daytona
So you think that's
360 Spider. And the Daytona here. This is, of course, the Miami Vice. And
Hey,
there he
what's
is.
going on, man?
There he is with the best car here today. The Countach. Countach.
Means oh my god in Italian.
It means holy crap. Basically, Italian dialect around Santa Gata Bolognese for holy crap. Really nice. Thanks for bringing it out today. It's the belle of the ball, right? It's certainly the Ford. I do like those Alpine Renaults up there. There's a couple. They're really nice.
Nice, huh?
Yeah, beautiful. But you know,
This gentleman has his own station.
this is the poster. This is the poster that everybody who's Gen X, if you like cars, you probably had this, or the Porsche Turbo. You know, there's a couple others, but most likely this one. The federalized.
People tell me that today that they had to post it.
Exactly, federalized bumpers. Everybody complains, but hey, that's America. You know, this is the car, and I always thought they looked great in white. Look great in white. Lovely. Lovely. He's a friend of mine. I see him at car shows all the time.
Did you look at the interior
And,
of this Ferrari?
Everybody loves him.
Oh, look at the leather work on the seats. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, see, she points out the leatherwork on the seats, and what she doesn't know is this is a Ferrari Daytona, and that's called Daytona. That's called the Daytona
Is this
seat.
your car?
Still an option. I'm Drivin Ivan. I talk about cars and review cars and do car videos,
But this isn't yours.
no,
You
it's not
just-
mine.
Yeah.
But even new Ferraris have that,
Yeah.
and it's called Daytona seats.
It's unbelievable.
Named after this car.
It's unbelievable.
Isn't it great?
I mean, it's good. And the colors
Nice.
and just everything.
Everybody loves cars. Nice to see people out here appreciating them and seeing the fine details too. Di Tommaso Pantera. There's also a Di Tommaso Mangusta. And this is the car that Elvis Presley shot. Yes, he did. He had a yellow one that's at the Peterson Museum. And he shot it because he was so mad that it wouldn't start. He was trying to take his lady out to dinner. He couldn't get it to start. So he was not happy. He was quite angry. And
Is it hand stitched?
yeah, they have, I've toured the Ferrari factory. They have some ladies, it was mostly ladies, and I was there in '93, and they were stitching them.
Yeah.
And yeah, I even bought a shirt that the same people had stitched with the Ferrari emblem on it, you know, because they're
So
famous
where
for
in
their
Italy
hides.
is this, like,
and
Turin?
shoes in them. Where is it?
Is it in Turin?
It's in Modena, Italy, outside of Maranello is the city, outside of Modena, and yeah, Lamborghini's about 20-30 minutes away in Santa Gata Bolognese. Yeah, just search Drivin Ivan, and I have some interviews with the Lamborghini test driver that I shot way back in the day, and yeah, there you go. Enjoy the show. Sorry guys, this is the first Ferrari I ever drove. In fact, it might even be the Ferrari because mine was black and it wasn't automatic. It might have been this one, not sure. Thomas Russo. First Ferrari I drove, yes, the Ferrari 400. 400i, it wasn't automatic, kind of funny. This might be well, it's not that early. I've driven the 365, the predecessor to this one, but I don't know, there's just something about this one that does it for me. Even the Daytona, I'm one of those people that doesn't really like the Daytona all that much. I'd rather have a pontoon fender Testarossa or something like that, but everybody loves the Magnum PI Ferrari. Absolutely. There we go. I'm glad to see you still got it. Looking good too. Looks great. Daytona seats, as I was talking about before, very nice. And the exposed engine in the 360 Spider. There was another 360 Spider down there, but it's just nice to see these cars out here being enjoyed by everyone. Look at all the people. There's that H-gate again, really light, beautiful interior, 86 328. This was the last of those Magnum PI shaped cars, 328. You can tell the wheels are bigger and they're different than the earlier cars. See?
Yeah.
And then over here, see? Well, this one actually, yeah, this one has a later one too. It's also a GTS. The earlier car is,
You've got some of the parts going on.
just not, let's see. I don't know if there is an earlier one here today. Yeah, these are all 328s. There's no Magnum PI 308 that I've seen yet. Maybe I'll see one further down the line. But yeah, the wheels are different. I prefer the earlier wheels, although these are bigger and easier to get tires for. Also, there's the GTB too, the performance version, and you would see right here that there'd be glass if it was the GTB. Coupe. There we go, 2002 360 Modena. Modena is the town near where these are built, like I said, in Italy. Yes, yes, yes. 612 Scaglietti. Scaglietti is an Italian designer. Also the Daytona seats. They hide the name there because they don't want you to know their name. It's kind of funny. But hey, at least they're out here showing their car. I love the wheels on this one too. Similar little wheels on my 996 911. Very nice. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Early Ferrari here. Very nice. Look at that. Before the H-gate, actually, of course. 1969 365 GTC. And really nice. Look at the detail there. Just a lovely, lovely car. Exhaust looking good. And I like the light blue paint. Everything about this thing is just awesome. Absolutely. And again, this is a spiritual successor. You've got the early 12-cylinder engine Ferraris, and then this one, the 612 Scaglietti, is really the tribute and the modern tribute to those cars. Front engine V12 Ferraris, gotta love them. My favorites. Always have been.
Each to their own. That's why they make vanilla chocolate milk.
They now have the 812 as well.
The GT350 tour, I'm the only one. Is this with?
Another Di Tommaso Pantera, F355 Spider, and on and on. Another 328. So funny. No early 308s here that I've seen so far. All 328s.
You have one? Yeah. You like it?
But this is how they have their storage in the back here. No 308s today. They're all 328s. All 328s today. No 308s. I didn't see it. Maybe I missed it or something. This is very cool. The GT5 Pantera right here next to it with the fender bulges and just an over-the-top Di Tommaso Pantera. Di Tommaso owned Maserati for a period of time as well, and it's got quite a history with exotic cars and trying to save the companies and trying to run them. 79 Fiat Spider 2000. Yes, yes, yes. I have had one of these, one of my past cars, and it is floating around the circuit here. It might be here today. I haven't seen it yet though, but you can see my full driving review. A lot of these cars I have full driving reviews of, like the Ferrari 308. This is supposed to look like an Abarth Fiat Spider. Maybe it is a true Abarth. Rare hardtop, certainly. Fiat Abarth. You know, the Fiat 500 Abarths. Charlie Sheen shot the commercial for that. I own the car that they paid him, or partially paid him with. Brought it today, actually. That's what I drove. And there's a classic edition of it.
He said, I'll take it.
Right here.
And
Fiat 500. I think this is Nick's. See, from London Auto. Falls Church, they fix Italian cars and British cars and really anything. But
For my wife, my daughter.
there's a shop there in Falls Church that's very well known in the area.
Anyway, what's her name?
Another Abarth race car here.
I always ask them.
So Carlo Abarth modified cars early in the day and raced them. And there you have it, the Pittsburgh Vintage Grand Prix. This car is seen there. So it's a 1959 Abarth Zagato 750 GT, 747 cc's with a race history. Very, very cool. Out here today, you can maybe pause it and read about it if you want to. Nice looking car. Nice to see a what's it, a Lotus Zhiguli Fiat? Yeah, it is a Lotus. Believe it or not, I have a review of the Lotus Zhiguli, and they were based on the Fiat, so it's very interesting to see it. Got to drive one of these pretty recently, actually, and it was pretty cool. This one has some modern wheels on it, and yeah, 5-speed manual. I think it was 5-speed, not a 4-speed. Trying to remember, actually. Check out my review. I'll tell you when I'm driving it. Here's an 850 Spider Fiat, rear engine, very cool. Sort of a Porsche 911, but not air-cooled. Pretty cool. Just the opposite, sort of the bizarro Fiat Spider, if you will. And I think it's a good looking vehicle. 1971 850 Spider, looking good. Here's the Spider you're more familiar with. Again, the coupe, sedan actually at the time. Coupe has two doors. Sedan, of course, has 4 doors. Coupe in Italian means cut, and that's how they get the 2 doors into the designation there. Primrose yellow, limoncello, we say. Second car, 71 124 Spider. I think this is an Apollo. Yeah, it is an Apollo. 1965 Apollo GT 5000. Styled to look like the other more expensive Ferraris. But the engine, what engine is this?
It's a Buick.
Buick engine. There you go. Thanks.
Well, no, some of them were Chevy. The last few were
Knockoff wheels. It is Buick, right?
This one is Buick.
Oh, it is a Chevy. Okay. So I have an Opel Ascona, which is also for sale, and that one also was sold at Buick dealerships. This is a Bianchini Fiat. My uncle talks about driving one of these. Bianchini Transformobile, meaning you could take the top off. What a lovely color. What a lovely little automobile. It's very, very cool. Show it to you from here. Kind of like my Fiat 500, Charlie Sheen ride, with the same transposable top. Super, super cool, especially on a day like today. Alfa Spider. Now they called the Graduate, of course, the Graduate from the movie, Dustin Hoffman. These were the entry-level cars. You can tell actually because back in the day they didn't have these Panda Sport wheels on them. They had a more entry-level wheel. That's how you could really tell them apart. The more expensive ones, the Spider Veloci, had fancier alloy wheels, so that was one major difference. But no big deal. Beautiful cars. And again, Dustin Hoffman made them famous. That was the Duetto, the earlier boat tail version. I had 2 Alfa Romeos, my GTV, GTC convertible, and the 164L 5-speed manual sedan. Here we go. Giulietta. These are lovely. Giulietta Spider Veloci. Fast. Convertible. Here's the GTV6, which followed the GTVs. There's the boat tail that I'm talking about, so I'll show you one of those. Clarkson has one of these, famously. Clarkson says, if you consider yourself a car enthusiast and don't own an Alfa, you're wrong. A sports car enthusiast, that is. So there you go. That's the later one. And this one, the boat tail, this would be the one from the late 60s that Dustin Hoffman was driving in the movie The Graduate, and talks to Mrs. Robinson about being able to work a foreign shift, but she cannot, so Benjamin has to drive her home. Dustin Hoffman. This is the GTV. I do have one of these, a 73. Mine's a convertible. Check out the story elsewhere on YouTube. They only made a convertible in 66 and 67. Touring built them. And this is a 74, mine's a 73, and a convertible. So it's like a GTC clone. Here we go. A nice Alpha Clover leaf on the side here. 2 white examples. Back to back, show you the... This is also a London Auto car. There you go. But there you go. There's the way that they kind of transformed over the ages. See the shape. Ending out the Alphas here. Beautiful. Beautiful car. And lots of storage in that space too. 1600. There's a lot of room in that trunk, isn't there? Really nice. I just had the pleasure of driving one of these Well, I had driven a super light clone, a racing version with the roll bar and super light, but I just got to drive one of these, and it was amazing. Yep, this one's a 62 E-Type Jag, Series 1 with the flicky switches here. That's how you tell them apart. Chrome down there. This is a pretty rare automobile here. Early one. Walter Reed. It's got some old stickers on it, so you could tell it's probably been in the area for a long time, maybe owned by a doctor or scientist or something, working with a VA or something. Sometimes you can tell the history of these cars. This one is also very cool. I've seen this around the show circuit. It's a manual, which you just don't see a lot of. I just saw this, I believe, at the Hunt Country Classic, Karma, XJ6C. And yeah, it's nice to see a manual transmission car here. XJC. There you go. Nice to see friends out here taking pictures, checking out the
there
cars.
he is.
There they are. What's up, guys? Quit talking about me behind my back.
Yes, we were.
I'm trying to shoot a video here. Oh, my car buddies. They're so silly. If you wanted to know how fast this car went, well, you just need to look at what it's called. This one's an XK 120. So there you go, 120 miles an hour. That was all the speed back then, and they came out with the XK 140. But for this year, wow, 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 1954. Do search Drivin Ivan in Jaguar E-Type, and you'll see what I thought of either of those cars. The XJS, V12 also, very cool. Show you the interior of this one too. Ultimate luxury. Love the swoopy back end. Caliborn. Old Jag. This one's beautiful. Look at the wheels and this, the white walls. White paint on this. That is certainly lovely, isn't it? I think it is. Volkswagen. Getting into the Volkswagens here. Glad to see them. Look how much we have to go. Wow. I will show you every car. It's going to take a while, but I'll do it. We'll see it. 944. I'm taking one of these camping, of course, not this version, it's the pickup version. Lovely, lovely cars, huge following. I think they're going to reintroduce it as an electric car or something, but one of the best handling cars. Lovely to see great Porsches out here. This one I have reviewed. This is a 1971 Chrystal Blue 911E, owned by this nice gentleman right here. Having fun today, sir?
I'm eating my lunch. And
oh, nice. It looks very good. Very good. Not as good as your mom's hummus, but it's probably pretty good.
Definitely not.
Nice to see it. You can see the full review of this car. Just Google Drivin Ivan 911E. You'll see my driving review of this fine car. I was surprised, actually, because I have an 82 Targa, and I was surprised about how it drove, honestly. But you'll have to watch the video to see what I'm talking about. Look at this one. I do have a 5-speed 928 as well. 5 Porsches currently in my collection. And yes, this is one of them. This one would be a 1986, later than mine. I have the first year, 1978. So this will have a bigger engine. But man, I have had an automatic and I've had a manual, and you can see both reviews. But let's just say I favor one very strongly over the other. I'm usually not a manual transmission snob. I just bought an orange Porsche 914. Mine's a Superbird. Looks like a Superbird. Check it out on YouTube. Drivin Ivan Superbird 914, and you'll see it. It's quite a creation.
I think I saw that somewhere.
Probably. I posted it on the 914 page recently, so yeah. Just got it. Love it. Yours is a little bit more clean and lovely, or whose is it? Yeah, it is yours. See, okay. Yours is a bit cleaner. Very nice. But yeah, similar look, similar wheels too. What's the wheel called?
It's a Fuchs wheel.
That is Fuchs? It doesn't look it.
Yeah.
It fooled me. 73. Very nice, sir.
Thank you.
So 2 liter? 2 liter, that's the one you wanted. Started to become optional in 73, I think, or 70. Yep. I did a lot of research on them when I was doing the video, as I always do. I like to be accurate in my videos. So if I'm not, let me know in the comments below. Sometimes you misspeak when you're live. Let me know what you think of the cars. Smash that like button if you haven't already. And subscribe to me. Drivin Ivan Cats on YouTube. Same channel you're watching this on. Ivan Cats Productions also. Again, you could search any car. M Series BMWs. I have a very special M6 that you'll definitely want to check out. Elsewhere on YouTube, I think. Totally custom. Not like my friend Phil's. This is nice. Turbo TII, 2002. But very cool. With the flares and everything. The Alpina wheels. Very, very, very cool. Yep, 2002 Turbo. Super rare, super racy. And yeah, looking absolutely stunning. BMW Mark of the Year in the Allegheny chapter of the BMW Car Club of America. Sorry, around this way.
I'll do like little things like the transmission mounts. You can get the Black Series.
Trying to stay out of the way of everybody, so they stay out of the way of me too. Here's my buddies. Here's my buddies Phil's M6. I've seen this car at its limit. There's a lot of body roll in these compared to a modern car, but of course Phil handles it gloriously with his instructor experience. Are you selling it? What's this? What are you doing there?
Just read it.
I can't read it. I'm live. I gotta run.
The marker for automotive choice. It's 1985. Must travel 160 miles in an hour with 3 important passengers.
Very nice.
My European BMW M635 is the only vehicle capable of getting us there on time.
There you go. Very nice, Phil. Check out my review of his Alpina 2002 also, and his Audi UR Quattro, sorry. Beautiful car with an upgraded engine. He's very crafty, my friend Phil there. He's got a roof 930, 911. He's got all sorts of cool cars. Also reviewed his Audi wagon too. This one is super nice looking with the Alpina wheels. Love that. M6 manual with Alpina wheels. Yeah, very nice. Wow, a lot to see here. M1, super cool, super car, developed really with Lamborghini's help. Very nice. 1980.
Thank you so much. We're going to take a short break and be back home.
Very, very, very cool. Wow. Nice looking BMWs. Two tires back there. Mondial again. Very, very nice. The clown shoe BMW here. It's known as the clown shoe because it looks like a clown shoe. It is the Z3M Motorsports Division from 2000, the M Coupe. These were the fastest BMWs at the time, actually. Might be an M clone. This one looks like a real M, though. Should have body colored seats and everything. Yeah, look at that.
I live in Rockville.
Very, very cool. Love it. I love the clown shoes. Sun's gonna be better at this angle right there. There you go. Let's walk you by all of these. Is that an M wagon? Very rare. It is an M wagon. I'm not sure. It certainly is. Trying to look like an M Tech. I don't like it. Whatever it is, I think it's cool. Whether it's real or not. There's an M6. And there you go. M2, these are definitely future collectibles. They already are collectible, but they're not going to lose any value. These are great and very quick and very small too. Cars are getting too big today, sports cars, I think, and this one retains smaller size and definitely excellent LA8 late apex is what it says, which of course is a racing term where you turn in and hit the apex late. Many tracks are designed so you have to do that to get the right line, and it can be hard to set up those turns as you brake and turn in for your turn to accelerate out. That's what that means. Take a lap with me on Monticello if you would when I'm reviewing the Lexus RC. I drive the RCF and the V6 version in my review of that car on the private racetrack Monticello, and I show you a split lap time between the two cars so you can see how much faster the torque vectoring Lexus RC F Sport is. Wow, this one is wow. Gotta take a look and take a second and look at this one. M3 super custom. If something really stands out, I'll show it to you. I'm trying to show you everything. You could certainly see what I really like because I tend to spend more time on it. But there's a lot of cars to like today. I like all cars, and it's good to see the variety out here today and just people enjoying everything from all centers and sides and corners of the collectible car world. Like I was saying earlier, I like the pedestrian cars. I like seeing, you know, that 2000 Ford Taurus wagon, just because you used to see them all the time because everybody's parents had one, but now you just don't see them that much anymore. And so to me, it's really ultra fun to see a car like that. 356s. Check out my full driving review of the Porsche 356 as well. Like I said, I have 5 Porsches. I love Porsches. If you want to know what I think is the best all-around car, sports car, the Porsche 911, probably. I have a 996 911 from 2000, first water-cooled, and I have a
You don't like the blue, you like the red.
air-cooled 82 Targa as well. So,
The truck?
yeah, they're just very well engineered. Drive to the racetrack and then drive home. Most people that collect Volkswagens, well, they tend to want Porsches later because, again, Ferry Porsche designed the Beetle here, and he also designed the 356, which led to the Porsche 911 as well. So there you go. Bootsy Porsche and all the history there. Amazing cars.
Yep.
Just very reliable, just like Volkswagens
Beautiful car,
are
though.
people's car. I have reviewed lots of Volkswagens. The GTI is really the best overall hot hatch, although I have a Lancia Delta Integrale, which I think edges it out, but the GTI is super, super cool. And they're just good, reliable cars that are fun to drive, but can, you know, take 4 people, your family, your dog, your pets, your bike on top, or whatever you want. And it's just an excellent form of transportation with that German reliability that you have in Porsche, where it's tested and tested and tested. They tested in ultra cold weather, or ultra hot weather. Here we are, fittingly, at the American Porsche 911. This car had the exact same configuration as the Porsche 911, yet in Europe it was the car everybody wanted, but here it was unsafe at any speeds thanks to Ralph Nader. I had a Corvair. I have a full review of the Corvair. I love my Corvair. I was so sad I sold it. Blue convertible, as most of my cars are blue. I love my Corvair. Turbo here. They make them quick, but lots of enthusiasts for the Corvair, and I love them too. My dad had one, and I've heard stories of engines falling out of the cars, and they pick it up and put it back in and keep going. I've heard the best Corvair stories throughout the years, and yes, I do regret selling mine. She says it didn't happen to her. That's good. I'm glad it didn't. Cosworth Vega. Both my brothers also had Vegas, so it's very funny for me to see this super hotted up fast Vega. I'll let you zoom in on some of that if you want to pause and take a look. Lot of documentation here. Very cool car. Like I said, both my brothers had one, but they were not the Cosworth. And a sport looking wheels, just really cool there. Great looking. Show you more of the Volkswagens. Oldsmobile Tornado. Lots of excellent cars out here everywhere you look. Still got a ways to go. Don't worry, we're going to see them all. We're going to see everything here. 1966 Oldsmobile Tornado. Pop-up headlights. Man, this was all the car it was back in the day. Look at that. Very cool. Very cool. F85. F85 Deluxe Oldsmobile. Wow. Starfire. A lot of cool stuff here. A lot of rare cool stuff. How you doing? Look at the stripe down this one. It's got to be mid-50s, late 50s, 55, 56. Okay, continuing on new camera now with the Oldsmobile 98 from 1957. Next to the Starfire here. Continuing on down the line. Yes, yes, yes. A little bit earlier, 40s perhaps. Also an 88 from 1950. So yes, the end of the 40s, the start of the 50s. You can see the progression of cars. And the Detroit 442. Baby, baby, I can rock with you. The Blondie song. Olds 442. Made famous, well, just from being a muscle car, but certainly made more well-known from the Blondie song of the same name, Detroit 442. This lovely, lovely Jetfire that is a regular on the show circuit here. Always great to see it. Excellently represented. I think even the doggy likes it. 1962 F85 Jetfire. Lovely inside and out, convertible. Perfect for a day like today. Ain't she lovely? I think so. Another 442 convertible.
But yeah, I was going to say the program should have it in there.
And another one. Green interior. Wow. My sister-in-law had an Oldsmobile Cutlass Sierra, and it was like the last one on the lot. It was green on green, and nobody seemed to want it. But it was a more puke green color than this one. This is a nicer green, I must say. Different eras of cars. Nice to see them all lined up. Look at that. This one's for sale.
Yes. And your stupid ass
Sure, I'll help
only
him
had
out.
to save it 2 more years for me.
I'll help you out. 76
Instead you sold it.
Cutlass Supreme Brom. The original window sticker. Sure, I'll help you sell your car. Contact this person if you want to buy it while watching my video. Drivin Ivan. I've got your car for sale in my video. I put the information. It'll be, I'll showing every car, so check it out, Drivin Ivan. Drivin Ivan on YouTube.
Okay, thanks.
Trying to sell your car for you. You can send me a commission later.
I appreciate that.
It's a cool car. Welcome at any car show. Cutlass. Well, maybe not the Mille Miglia, but that's okay. Watch my coverage of the Mille Miglia in America later. They're doing a Mille Miglia style event. That's a 1,000-mile race. They used to race all around Italy, Brescia, and just all around the whole country. And they're having an American version of it here. I'll be covering that later next week. So that'll be something to see. Never know what you're going to see on Drivin Ivan, so do check it out. And subscribe to me. Follow me on TikTok, The Real Drivin Ivan. And also on Instagram, Drivin Ivan Cats, same as my channel here on YouTube. I also have Ivan Cats Productions. And here we are with the Corvettes.
Something itched on the back, and so I went it up, and I brought my hand back. I was just covered in blood.
Yes, yes, yes.
So good. Yeah.
Red line wheels. I had a C3. I did quite a review on that one. Hopefully I have a C4 review coming up. Not out there yet. Early 50s.
Dad, do you remember driving?
Nice. Bringing out her dad. Letting him see all these great cars. Really nice. That's what today is about. Rockville, town here in Maryland, right outside of Washington, D.C. And people are just really loving these cars. Doesn't matter what you like, everything's here. Everything's here, from your standard Ford Taurus to the show, to Ferraris, to Lamborghinis, to Renault Alpines and Citroens. It's just amazing. This is my buddy Bob. He has Bob's Ferrari on his Ferrari. He's got a 488, but he also recently got this, I think, 67 Vet, and he's done some work on it, made it quite lovely. I'll focus in on that for you. Yes, he loves this thing just as much as he loves his Ferrari. I always see him smiling ear to ear driving it. Just as much as Ferrari here. Testarossa too, I think. Might have sold that one, not sure. But yeah, check out my review of the C3 Corvette at any rate. And a very rare Corvette at the Simeon Museum. Check that one out too. One of the coolest Corvettes I've ever seen at the Simeon Museum. Check out my Simeon Museum footage and you'll see that Corvette. One of my favorite cars. They designed a special body because he didn't want to ruin the body on his car, so he could race it, and that body just looks amazing. Interesting wheels on this one. Huh. Do we have the split window? Yes, we do. We have the fight with the engineers and the marketing team. No, not a split window. And only the 63 had a split window. This is a 66. No split window. But I do have a nice video of the 66. A lady owns it and drives it to lots of car shows in the area. So check out that video elsewhere on YouTube. Again, just search Drivin Ivan in any car. I wish mine was this cool, but I did have a 77 last year of this body shape before they went to the round glass. 74 this one, and yeah, similar to this one. Yeah. Blue is a little different, but my first favorite car, Corvette, specifically a blue Corvette. Nice to see it here. I did sell that one. It's amazing that the Porsche 928 from 1978 is so similar in year to that car of mine, because the Porsche does handle a heck of a lot better, I must say. They got the fire engines out today. Amphicar, this car is designed to go in the water, and you just drive it right in the water, right on the boat ramp. There it is in DC. What a great shot. Very, very cool. And well done up for today's show, I would say. That. Car boat. The Amphicar. There are companies still doing that, made in West Germany. There's companies still doing that today, and you can get a modern car for the water. 4-cylinder Triumph Herald, 1967, 770. MGT D, maybe? TD, yeah. Sometimes I can tell right away. These were the cars that really brought sports cars to America. Soldiers would be over there and they noticed these cars and they wanted to bring them home, and some people did. And this spurred the sports car craze, spawned it in America. A lot of people love these, and they brought them home. Excuse the wind noise there. Just running and gunning today with the camera. Had to change to this one because the battery died on the other one. A lot of cars to talk about today. And again, I want to show you everything and not rush too much, because there's a lot of great cars. I try to think about everybody owning their car and wanting it to be shown, so I do try to at least capture an image of every single car here, even if I don't spend too much time on it. Now, these would be a car that you'd see somebody in high school would have one of these, the IROC Z. Back in my day, I'm a Gen Xer. C10 pickup. So yeah, I got a lot of memories of cars like this one. Look at that. Shag. Sheep. Little interior of the louvers here over the back. And yeah, that would preserve your interior, wouldn't it? To just a little bit. Brunos. Classic muscle. There you go. Look, but please don't touch. Looky there. '69 Chevelle Malibu, '66 Impala. My first car was a Chevelle. If you look at my old What Does Drivin Ivan Drive video, you'll see a picture of my Chevelle in that one. But I have a newer, more updated version of that. It's to a music video. The first one I talk in, and you'll see my Chevelle there, and a young me, a much younger Drivin Ivan back in the day. Man, I love that car. It's great. Drove it to school, of course. Had it for many, many years. Love the interior on this one. Wow. Gorgeous. Yep. 56. Bel Air. Impala. These cars are quite a cultural phenomenon too. All these American muscle cars are, but you see a lot of these in LA, kind of pimped out, kind of looking badass. I've got a lot on my channel, honestly. Donks with huge wheels and things like that. But it's nice to see a pretty stock one here.
Well, not nearly as nice condition. The original owners,
'70 Impala 350 turbo 400 trans. Auto Italia of Rockville. Reunion. A lot of them today. This is the one you want, 1957. Apparently my granddad had one of these. I wouldn't know, I never saw the car, but yeah, my granddad had one. Same color too. I believe that's the color to have it in. That's the one, the beautiful fins and everything else. I'm a big fan of the Riata. I have one, had one, and fortunately I sold it to someone very close, so with the promise that I could still drive it to a car show every now and again. So mine's a convertible, and I have a full review and history of these cars. Also the Cadillac Alante, I currently have one of those, and that's for sale. So ping me if you're interested in anything that I've said is for sale. There you go. Even have a Jetta pickup truck conversion for sale. 1999, 5-speed manual. You can see all these cars, like I said. Look at this green, wow. More modern radio, not very modern though, but still more modern than this car. Interesting rear end treatment here. The Buick Riviera. That was the picture car in my last coverage of this event. Put that as the YouTube still. Beautiful. The earlier '66 Riviera, I believe. Man, were those beautiful. This is the Roadmaster. Not this one, but I believe similar to the Rain Man car. Here's a Riata convertible right here. 1940. Buick 8. Probably want to see the interior, don't you? Of course you do. Yeah, digital dash in these. Pretty rare. And minor changes throughout. I highlight those in my car review. Another Buick 8 and another Riviera. 70s. I think the earlier ones are very, very, very luxurious, elegant, beautiful. This was luxurious and elegant in the 70s. but I think it had lost a little bit of the taste of the earlier cars by this point. A little gaudy, but still a nice Riviera, a very comfortable car. If you wanted a Cadillac but couldn't quite afford it, this is what you bought. And they were very fine cars. Nothing wrong with them. And again, the shape was, you know, it stood out. It was different than everything else. And I like that. So yeah, whereas not as elegant as the earlier one, in my opinion, still very cool. 1941. Got a passenger there in the back of that car. 1939. Kids loving it, having a great time. Families are getting those pictures that'll last forever and always look back on and say, hey, remember when? And the kids will come too. You know, this really keeps an interest of cars going for generations and generations. Everybody has a fond memory of something out here today. Everybody does. Doesn't matter who you are. And that's what makes these car shows special. Especially ones that are this big, that feature so many different cars. Buick LeSabre. Another very special looking car, I think. Wow. Looky there. 1915 Buick C24. 107 years old. Cup holders. That's an aftermarket thing. Very cool. Just look at the shape of this. Just elegant, very nice and lovely. A lot of people enjoying the food today. Look at these pretty dogs. Look at those pretty dogs meeting each other. Aww. It's not a dog. It's a car video, but I'm still showing the dogs. This one looks similar to my doggy dog. Look at that. You would love to be in that. Okay, Bentley. Back to the cars here. Bentley. Check out my review of the Mulsanne Speed and the Bentley Bentayga SUV. But Bentleys have a racing history that goes back to the early 1900s. The Bentley brothers, the blower Bentleys, that were very successful at Le Mans and on the big races of the day. They were piloted with much success back in the day. In the days when the gentleman racer would literally drive to the track, race the car, and then drive it home. That's what was happening back then. It's just amazing to think, but that's actually what was happening. You would drive your car to the track, race it, and a lot of times, I hate to say it, those guys would drink while driving through the races. Just legendary stories of them sipping champagne on the circuit, and just crazy. It was different times. But yeah, nothing like a blue Rolls-Royce with a light biscuit interior, crema interior. Look at it. They're doing it right. This is how you're supposed to use your Rolls-Royce. Except, I mean, you should be sitting in the back seat, but very, very nice. Lovely color on this one too. Wow, love it. See, there's the trays, and they even have footrests. See, there's footrests down there because you have to have your footrests. This one, the early days of airbags when they didn't quite have them small yet, but the blue piping, all this beautiful wood, burl wood, 1997 Rolls-Royce Silver Spur with that familiar grille. I do have a review of the Rolls-Royce Wraith, and I will tell you, this Rolls-Royce here, these Rolls-Royces, they combine just a super, super smooth ride with plenty of speed. They used to say that the power was adequate. They would never release performance specs because it was just not done. You don't talk about how much money you have, and you don't talk about exactly how fast your car is because it's just not something that you do. Oh, please. While you're passing the Grey Poupon. Beautiful car, right-hand drive here. And yes, these are excellent cars. I had GM transmissions actually for reliability. Now we're on to the Cadillacs. But Rolls-Royces, I will tell you, one of the most special driving cars. Watch my review. This one's very, very familiar to me. I took my driver's test in a very similar car. Turquoise blue with white leather interior. I believe we're about a year or two off from mine. Yeah, this is a 67. And I took my driver's test in a 1970. But still very similar. The grille there comes in a little bit. It's a little pointier. And the 70 comes out a little bit further, the chrome. But man, this car, yeah, I used to drive it to high school. And I could park the thing too, which was quite fun. A lot of friendly fun in that car, let me tell you. You definitely want to be a teenager having that car. Yeah, my dad liked old cars and he knew how to keep them in perfect shape, and he did. And we had a CB radio in ours as well. And yep, that was it. 1959 Cadillac. Coupe de Ville also. Coupe de Ville, of course, 2 doors. The Sedan de Ville, 4 doors. And there you go. Fins for miles. The Rat Pack. That one. Looky there. Cadillac. Gotta love them. I do love them. Cadillac LaSalle. Also, in the Cadillac group there. 1935, rumble seat and all. How about that? How would you like to sit back there? Of course you would. Of course you would. You want to see this from the front? Of course you do. I want to show it to you because it's cool. Nearing the end. We've been a long way together, haven't we? We're nearing the end. This one will barely fit on the camera here. It's so big. Cadillac. Again, these were very, very elegant cars back in the day. This was the lap of luxury. You were successful in America, this is what you drove, most likely. Some people did have Rolls-Royces back in the day, certainly. But again, you know, the American and the European car fans are kind of different sometimes. I like them both. I love all cars, but like I said, in terms of driving, it's a very comfortable land yacht. I mean, it's very soft, beautiful, comfortable ride, but I like a sporty car that can handle a turn. And so my collection these days has more of that stuff in it, but I would love to get my dad's 1970 Coupe de Ville turquoise with white leather car back. And I would love to get my mom's 1966 Dodge Dart convertible back, white with light blue leather. Fiero, not a lot of these left because a lot of kit cars are made out of these. And car of the future. A lot of kit cars are made out of these because of the mid-engine. If you wanted to build a fake Ferrari, well, this is what you wanted to use. And a lot of them were used just for that purpose.
What were you saying about Fiero? I just remember you.
There you go. 65. Grand Am. These came out in the 80s as well, the Grand Am. And yeah, my college girlfriend had one. 2 shades of blue, like a blue and gray sort of. This one a manual, pretty rare, right? 4-speed?
Factory.
4? 4 or 5?
Yeah, factory 4.
Factory 4, there you go. Very cool. Drivin Ivan here. Check it out on YouTube later. Showing every car. Automatic in this one, the Trans Am, that's right. This was after the Smokey and the Bandit special. So they carried it over for marketing purposes. This car was not in a movie like that. You know, sort of the Knight Rider thing, but here's a Fiero again. A later one. Automatic transmission in this one. The other one had a manual. 3.5 liter V6. Yeah, a lot of them turned into kit cars. Pontiac. The Formula. Pontiac Formula. Look at that. Wondering where you put the gas. Same place as the Chevelle, actually. Right at the license plate. What am I showing here? There we go. It's a glare on the camera. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Trying to show you all the details here on these cars. Cool interior. Look at that. The Formula.
Like anything else, there's something rational about it.
Trans Am. Interesting wheels on that one. Maybe they're stock. I don't know. Here's 1973. Got the engine painted blue. Surprised there's not more Smokey and the Bandit specials. Oh, there's that Grand Prix. I kind of take issue with the name of this car. Grand Prix is a race, of course, Formula One race called the Grand Prix, and you know, in Europe that emotes a true, you know, racing pedigree that, you know, I'm not so sure that this one shares. But again, it's all in the marketing, and they use that name in America to sell these. And I think it worked too. It's a racing name, and despite the fact that I'm not crazy about it, it still worked. They were, many of them sold.
There's a giant bag of Lotus.
GTO, another issue I have with the names. Gran Turismo Almagado. That would be homologation. When you need to race a car, in a lot of European races, they say you have to build an X number of them. 500, 250, whatever it is. So each car built is a homologation special, and they're special cars, and they build them and build them and build them, and that's it. But the GTO is just a name, Gran Turismo Almagado. It's just in the name, and still very cool cars. A friend of mine had one in high school, and this one's got the red line wheels, 1966 Pontiac GTO. Bit of a sleeper. I think the Tempest was a real sleeper, but still very well respected muscle cars in America, of course, because yeah, they were quick. They were quick, 0 to 60 on the drag strip at night. You could soup them up. This is similar to my Chevelle, 70 Chevelle, and it's right from the same time period. Also convertible. Beautiful top on this one. Looking good. I like it. Very, very nice. This one is 68 Pontiac GTO convertible. Looking good. Had that little nose sticking out right there. That's how you can tell these from the Chevelles and such. And yeah, really nice looking. Big doggy dog. Big old doggy dog here. This is an old MG right here. Old girl. Very nice. 1948 MGTC. Again, these were the ones that were brought over from Europe. Really influenced the sports car culture in America. Probably a big reason why these cars are here, which we'll get to in a bit. But here we are, moving on. More BMWs here. More BMWs. A lot of BMWs here today.
Oh yeah, he got the drone.
Waldo. Where's Waldo? Well, Waldo's right here, apparently. BMW 2002s. This would have been the 3 Series that everybody had. Some racing Recaro seats in this one, I believe. Maybe. Sports seats, certainly. Yep. Very nice. Check out my review of my 320i as well. Car that came after this one and before this one. These were the sport coupes and sedans. Some were 4-door, but this really brought over the tradition of German reliable family transportation that was also very fun to drive, and convertible in this case. 1989, about the last year of these, I believe. Nice looking, just very square. These were the cars that, you know, maybe the kid drove a Volkswagen and his dad drove one of those. And every once in a while he'd get to borrow it if he was lucky. Back in my day, like here, right here. Here's one of the 4-doors that I told you about. Jackie Kennedy had one not too different than this. I believe hers was green. And there you go, a preppy, elegant car. The Bavaria automatic. Yeah, this would have been very much like Jackie Kennedy's that she had back in the day. 4-door, just like this one, 4-door, comfortable, quick. There's a 320i like I was talking about. Fast cars, comfortable, and manual transmissions available. Sport sedan, the E30. And of course the M3s also. Wood shifter, wood steering wheel, aftermarket on this one, looking really good. I like the look. I like the look a lot. 528e. This was the fuel economy special. Not as quick as some of the others. but it had better fuel efficiency. 520/80. Almost bought one of these actually. Very desirable here, the 840 8-cylinder and the 850 12-cylinder BMW. Some came with a manual transmission, but those are super, super rare. You don't see a lot of them. Let's see what we got going on in this one. Yeah, this is an 850, so it is the 12-cylinder, automatic, and lovely cars. I have an Alpina B7 BMW. Love that car. It's another M6 like my friend Phil's. This to me is the best looking of all the BMWs. The 3.0 CSI, fuel injected. Alpina wheels on this one. And just gorgeous. Like I said, I have an Alpina B7. This one a manual transmission. Very nice. 1974. And yeah, just looking really cool. Hella fog lights. And yeah. Love, love, love it. It has the world famous Hofmeister kink on it, which many of the cars have. Here it is. Hofmeister kink. Whoop. You can see that in a lot of BMWs. I should have mentioned it earlier. Hofmeister kink. And then back. Very pretty shape. He came up with that design and it looks great. And you still see it in BMWs these days. M4. Pink Cadillac. I don't think I showed you enough of this one. I'll go back for it. It's just too cool. I want to drive you in your pink Cadillac. Blur the seats. There's even a song about it. Of course, Elvis, famous for Cadillacs, buying Cadillacs for other people.
I just got that thing running.
There you go. Back on to some more BMWs here. (2002s). Look at this one. I have an SL similar to this one. This is going to be a 74-ish, I believe. 73, sorry. Mine is blue, an aqua blue hardtop, and aqua blue hubcaps. This is called the Der Panzerwagen. Basically a tank. 450 SL, 8-cylinder, 4.5 liter. They were very dependable, very reliable, and just timeless beauty, timeless classic. Even today, you can go to some of the nicest neighborhoods in the country and people will still be driving a classic SL like that one. Absolutely. A lot of ladies love them. They want their picture taken in front of them, right? Check out Drivin Ivan. You're now famous on my Drivin Ivan video. Showing you every car today. I have one of those too. Google Drivin Ivan SL, you'll see it. This one, very nice too. The sedan, yeah. If you didn't like the Cadillacs and such, well, maybe you had a Mercedes back in the day. And, yep, you did. And they are great cars. 190 sedan here. Very nice. There you go. Now this was the early one, the Pagoda Mercedes, and the predecessor to Der Panzerwagen there. And these had a kind of a Japanese pagoda-shaped hardtop where they got their name Pagoda. And these stopped production in '71. The '72s were the later Panzerwagens, but this one is probably a 67 250 SL. See the interior here. Yep, automatic in this one. They did have manuals. You can get these with manuals. Not the Panzerwagens. Very rare to have a manual transmission car there. So there you have it. Mercedes 250 SL, 1967. Another early one here, 1959. Interesting to see that, you know, this 59 Mercedes, well, look what they were doing in America. In America, they had huge fins back in the late 50s. And in Germany, they didn't. They just had a nice big trunk, more rounded shape, and, you know, very soft ride still. ponton sedan, 1959. Very, very nice. Yes. This one, my friend there, Two's Pagoda. Smile too, you're on Drivin Ivan. Hello. Say hi to Drivin Ivan too. All right.
Hey, Ivan. Hey, how's it going?
All right. When's your next? I'll let you promo your
next
double
event is
very
gonna
quickly.
Be, Saturday, October the 23rd.
It says the 7th.
Right here. It's Saturday, October 7th. Sorry.
2023.
It's going to be the 12th annual Spy and Heroes Black Tie. We had to postpone our cruises due to the geopolitical unrest that's happening in the world.
Very nice. Glad you're doing that though. Check her out on YouTube or on Facebook or on the internet.
Enjoy your day.
And she has, how many movies has this been in? Name the movies.
5.
Name them.
5. Vice. Disney, The Spy Who Hid Behind the Door. The Post. White House Plumbers. And as well as Express Fall Fashion Design.
It's a very famous car. Very famous car.
My car's a movie star.
Car is a movie star. There you go. And it's a manual transmission too. How many speeds? 4?
4.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Very nice. And do you love it?
Love it. Love it.
There you go.
Thank you, Ivan.
All right. There you go. She sponsors the charity 007 events that happen around the area. Happy to give them some free marketing in my video. Do check them out. It's for a good cause and it's a fun event. And they always have very cool cars displayed there too. You might see an Aston Martin or two. You just never know. Let me tell you, you will, definitely. If you want to see an Aston Martin reviewed, well, just Google Drivin Ivan Aston Martin and you can see me review the 12-cylinder DB9 with a 6-speed manual transmission. Here's the Pagoda top finally on the Mercedes here. We got one with the Pagoda top and a manual transmission, 4-speed. Wow, very cool. Very rare. I'm the guy who does the videos, Drivin Ivan. Check it out later. See? There's my Maserati. And on the back is my Austin Healey Sprite. I haven't gone there yet. I'm going in order, so I'm getting there. Watch the video to find out. I bet there are, though.
Don't forget my Saab down here. 82 Saab.
I'll check it out. I will. It'll make the video, don't worry. Continuing on. This is beautiful. This is the SL, of course. Very rare color, and this is an original color, actually ordered this way too. 1954 SL. And look at that. How lovely is that? Whew. You don't find them in this color every day. You don't find them every day, but you certainly don't find them in this color. So there you go.
Okay. Single overhead cam.
There you go.
Double.
What's the color again?
His car.
What's it called, the color?
Aubergine.
Aubergine. Very nice. Oh man, I thought they knew. Maybe there's another one that has the original color. There's 2 that are interesting color, and I'm not sure if that's an official color or not, but there is one with a very rare color. I think they'd know if it was a factory color. So that might not be the one that I'm thinking of. Bentley, that's a manufacturer's tag notice. So Bentley's got that one out here today, showing it off. And look at that lovely old Mercedes Coupe. Ford Thunderbird. I mean, sorry. Lincoln Continental. Already showed you the Thunderbirds. But, you know, this is the more expensive version. And, you know, Ford SHO. Same platform. And, you know, Ford actually wanted a luxurious car back in the day. He wanted his Fords, but he wanted them to be more luxurious. So he invented well, he actually, you know, he really made Lincoln what it is today, a luxury version of the Ford brand. And there you go, Ford Lincoln Mercury. So beautiful Continentals, of course. You know, JFK famously in this car on that fateful day. But yeah, just a really cool suicide doors. They outlawed suicide doors because, you know, they could open up, and if you were in an accident, it could drag you along with the car. But they fixed that, and the Rolls-Royce Wraith that I reviewed, you check that out, has suicide doors, and you just press a button, and it closes for you, so you don't have to reach. all the way in. So true luxury in the Rolls-Royces of today. There you go, 41 Packard. '51 Packard. See it all today, I'll tell you. Everything's out here. Cool interior, huh? Yeah, I'll show you that one, show you this one. Why not? Check them all out. More dogs. Cars and dogs, everywhere you look. Gotta love them. Look at this two-tone kind of purple car right here. Violet, looking good. 1957 Clipper Town sedan. Another Clipper earlier, 68,000 original miles here. I'll show you the interior. 1939. That's pretty. Very cool. That's what we have coming up. Checking out every car today.
It took Harry a long time to put together, and he was
Right.
Spare tire on the side. Packard 160 CVT, 1941. 160, an elegant script on the side there. And continuing on.
So I said, so.
6 coming by. Yeah, the mix of cars today is just awesome. So are those fuzzy nights.
Rhubarb, we call it.
Rhubarb, huh? All right. Very nice.
That's the brochure I need.
I like it. Bring your car here and show it and walk around and just enjoy it all. Woody on the side here. Nice wood, 1942. Packard with the wood siding. Yep, called a Woody. I showed you that Woody wagon earlier.
Okay, well maybe I can fix it first.
Man, Packards are out in full force today. And the Studebakers coming up here. Potomac chapter of the Studebaker Club. Yeah, you'll see pretty much everything in the automotive world in this video of mine here at the show. What a great show. I did also shoot it about 4 years ago. Check out that show. There's some different cars there that aren't here. And some of the same cars too, but a lot of different stuff over the 4 years. Studebaker pickup truck from 1949. Look at that. Kind of like a half of a Maserati emblem there. Interesting. Very cool color. 1957. Look at that. Just a lovely color. Yep, it's a Golden Hawk. The fins and 1957. The fins were as big as they got back in that day. That was awesome. Studebaker Avani. Studebaker Lark. Very nice. And now we see the Hudson Essex Terraplane. Wow, it's all out here, like I said. Everything's out here. Hudson. 1930 Marquette. 34 model Sport.
It's a silent start, so when you hit the start button, the car just runs. You don't hear anything.
Yeah, we're just working hard.
Oh, you know, I exchange your.
If you want to see the specs, you could pause it.
As a starter and a generator.
Dodge Brothers
It
Touring.
looks like a generator.
Yeah.
I like the fuse.
So there's a
Got a pocket knife.
1924 Dodge Brothers. Primrose yellow here. 1934 Packard Super 8 convertible. There. Beautiful. Wheel on the side here. There you go. And look, there's their Saab. Maybe, I don't know. There's one Saab here. Maybe I'm missing it. We are Penn State, Bucknell. Yeah, can't believe they're not making the Saabs anymore. 900. Lot of people my age. You know, one of your friends had one, your friend's dad certainly. Interesting thing about the car, you want to see where you start it. Where's the key? Anybody know? Porsche 911 on the opposite side for the Grand Prix start. Nope. Key is, no, it's not here. No, it's not there. It's down here. See? That's where the key is in a Saab. How you like that? How do I know? Again, because so many people had them. Really interesting. Not a good idea either, because you know you want to store stuff there. Like, it would never fly in today's modern age, where you need to have your phone right next to you and things like that. But kind of funny that that's the way they did it back in the day. And even back in the day, people stored stuff there, so it was a silly design in a way. But Saab is a quirky manufacturer, was a quirky manufacturer. Maybe someday will revise it someday. I think it will get revised. Born from jets, jet technology, jet engines. Anybody know what this is? I'll give you a second. Volvo P1800. They also made a wagon. Very cool, stylish looking cars. Rover, sedan here. 1980 Rover 3500 SDI. Maybe a diesel, perhaps. 3500 V8. But there you go. These were very, very cool cars. I like the shooting brake version, the two-door wagon. 1967 P1800. Manual transmission. They just made a modern version of this. It's very fast. It was featured on Jay Leno's show. So check that out. Very cool Land Rover here. Convertible. Fully convertible. Very, very cool. And look at that. Yeah. That is very cool. Even has the Matchbox cars up there. I have those Matchbox cars too. Very nice. All right. Here we go. We'll take you through all these as well. MGB. My personal favorite here. MGB GT. The shooting brake version. Again, a shooting brake is a two-door wagon. Some call my Lotus Europa a shooting brake. Love the shape. I absolutely love the shape of this. Classic, beautiful. MG Midget, twin car to the Austin Healey Sprite. I'm sure we'll see some of those later. 74 in this case. 4-speed manual, I believe. Unless they had switched to a 5 by then. Pretty sure it's 4. Earlier, what, TR4 maybe? What is this? 4 dogs, yay! Triumph. TR4. I love cars like this, just kind of out there. There it is, the Mille Miglia warm-up that I was talking about earlier. This one, an as-found car, I love that. Just pulled out of the barn or the yard and shown here. I love that Jensen Interceptor right here. Interesting cars here. Look at the interior on that nice British sports car here. 1974 Interceptor 2. Very nice. This Mini is looking good too. Very nice example here. Austin Healey Sprite Mark II. Mine is a Mark III. This must be a 1962, yeah. Mine's a 66 with the twin 67 Midget. I have two of them, the Midget and the Sprite, called Spridget cars because they were the same. And I have a hardtop to match them both. Check out my reviews, and I think I compare them in one video too. Elsewhere on YouTube if you like these. I'm a big fan because the fun you can have in these with 60 horsepower, and you can get it loose and have fun is just simply amazing. It's a car that you can play with and have fun on the twisties without even going over 35, 40 miles an hour. Really, really fun cars. Triumph TR250. Oh, no. Very cool. Triumph Sprite Mark II, I think it said. Very nice, yeah. Spitfire. Really, really cool cars. still remember the yellow one that used to go around Alexandria, Virginia back in the day. It said "Oh Spit" on the license plate. Had Panasport wheels on it. Really cool looking car. TR6.
Come after 10
Austin Healey 3000. These are called the big Healeys. Of course, bigger engines than the smaller Sprites and that sort of thing. Triumph TR4 again, 1964. A little bit of fins on that one. I think it's very cool. Nice looking cars. Another Spitfire, 1500, and that's a 1.5 liter engine. TR8, 8-cylinder engine, beautiful interior. This one was also at the Hunt Country Classic British Car Show that I think I mentioned earlier. I'm not sure if I finished my thought back then, but that's the show. You can Google Drivin Ivan British cars and see the Hunt Country Classic. Great British car show if you like these British cars. And the GT6, which is, again, the hatchback wagon version. Like I showed you there, the MGB GT. And this one, similar cars, going after the similar market. And this one is a 1970 Triumph GT4. GT6. That's what I said. What did I say? Anyway, there you go. Bit of a shooting brake hatchback there. More Jags. More Jag, anyway. This one with the later switches inside, similar to the one I reviewed. Check out that driving review. What a great, great car this is. Enzo Ferrari called the E-Type the most beautiful car in the world. This is a Morgan +4, meaning 4-cylinder. There were Morgan +8, 8-cylinder. Wood frames in these, and this one looks a little more modern. What year is it built? 2020. There you go, brand new. See, and just amazing. They looked like this 30, 40 years ago, and they haven't changed. They had a 3-wheeled version, and very cool cars. A lot of Morgans at that Hunt Country Classic. So if you like Morgans, check out that video. A lot of them in there. 1965 Shelby 427. This is similar to the one I reviewed. Just Google Drivin Ivan Shelby. See it. Also the Cobra Daytona, the historic vehicle. Check that one out elsewhere as well. This one, another Sprite, not the Bug Eye Sprite, 67, similar to mine. 66 and 67 are about the same. Drivin Ivan. You got it. We met years ago, right?
Yeah, how you doing?
Remember, I did end up buying those cars too.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It kills me every time I think about it. I should have bought them.
Yeah, they were nice.
Yeah.
Nice cars. Ultimately, I didn't click with the 964, and I ended up with a 996. So I have 5 Porsches now. Check it out on YouTube. But still have my Sprite and my 67 Midget with the hardtop twin cars.
Nice.
Check them out.
Cool.
What's your name again? I remember.
Tony.
Tony. Yeah, nice to see you again. He had told me about these cars for sale years ago, so you can see my 964 911 review and my BMW Z3 review are cars that I picked up there. And I'm telling the viewers. But yeah, you get to Google Drivin Ivan in any car. Nice seeing you again, sir. Send me a message on YouTube or something.
Okay.
Nice talking to you. You still have a Porsche, or I know you always have the hat. What do you got?
Boxster.
You had the Porsche hat on last time. I like that because
I had the 914 last time. Now I have the Boxster.
check out my 914 that I have now. It's a Superbird. It's really weird, and I did buy a Boxster also. So yeah, check that
I
out.
think I saw that review.
Yeah. Just send me a private message or something on there. Nice to see you. And you had the Porsche hat on last time too. That was years ago.
I had my 914 here.
Yeah. Nice seeing you again. All right. Shooting brake here. And
So gorgeous.
yeah. Basically a mini wagon. Super cool. That Chianti Reserve. Beautiful matching car. Everything looks good in that car. Matchy. I like that. Rover. John Cooper Works. John Cooper, of course, made all the racy minis, developed these cars to be very quick. And they were giant killers. So small, but they just handled so well on the track. Iron Mini. The Iron Man Mini. The Iron Maiden Mini. That's pretty cool. Sunbeam Tiger. These are very desirable cars. 64. Very fast for the day also. Speaker cutouts back there. But yeah, these were quick cars. Great to see them just flying around the track, keeping up with the faster cars of the day and giving them a run for their money. Bigger, faster cars. Showing you all the dogs and all the cars, like I said. We'll get there. This is a Lotus Evora, designed to compete with the 911. It's a four-seat car, unless it has the rear seat delete in it. But I do have a full driving review of this one. I have 2 Lotuses as well, so you can see those. Does it have the? No, it's got the rear seats, I think. Is that the rear seat delete? Yeah, looks like it has the rear seats. Excellent handling cars, again designed to compete with the 911, Porsche 911, and very, very cool. Lotus 7 here. And then the Caterham 7, licensed to keep building these cars. This one with the Lotus colors, Lotus livery there, and nice to see it out here today. 1979 Caterham 7. 1970 Caterham 7. And this, like I promised you earlier, the Mazda Miata was really shaped after this car right here. See? The 1960s, mid-60s Lotus Elan convertible, and Mazda just basically stole it. 1967 Lotus Elan S3. And yep, it's basically a Mazda Miata. The Mazda Miata is basically this. Wishes it was this, right?
Sorry?
The Mazda Miata wishes it was this, right?
That's a great car.
But I have 2 Lotuses. I have a Europa and an Esprit as well. There's a Europa right there. Mine is a earlier S2, and this one is cut off down here. They complained about the rearward vision, so they cut it lower. But this is an earlier Giugiaro, Giorgetto Giugiaro, Lotus Turbo Esprit, and they made these up until 1987, and then the later Stevens example, which is what I have. If you want a full review on the Lotus Esprit, just Google Drivin Ivan, Lotus, and you will find it, Lotus Esprit or Europa. But yeah, it looks similar. This is an 83. And then, yes, one of my favorite cars, the Lotus Europa. I do favor the earlier ones in terms of shape, but these are faster. The earlier ones had Renault engines, and these have the Lotus twin cam engine, which is very famous. You'll see that in the Elan as well. Excuse my camera here. Just trying to show the car.
Drivin Ivan in the house.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Checking out the Europa. Can't wait to get mine back. Jeez, I miss mine.
Your video is pretty good. And there's
Thank you. Wait till you see it these days.
yeah, it's all done.
The body's done. Still waiting, but yeah, I love these. Had the Matchbox car back in the day, and this is awesome. Wow, you never see these at shows. I'm so glad that there's one out here today. Really nice. But anyway, there's a later Stevens Esprit like mine, 93. This one's 5 years after mine, so it's a little different in the front there. Just a little different, but it's still very similar. This is just awesome. I love these. Again, a shooting brake. The Lotus Elite. And yeah, they have an Elite and an Elan. Slightly different shape in the back, and but still a shooting brake. And I almost bought one of these so many times. I love them. I just love these quirky cars like this. Lotus twin cam engine and storage in the back. This 70s color, the kind of rust-colored orange. Very luxurious interior for the day. 1976 Lotus Elite. Super, super, super cool. Again, they had an Elan that was similar to this one. TR6 here, a couple TR6s, and then another Lotus Esprit right here. The earlier Giugiaro shape. 1986, second to the last year, yeah. So you can see, but the interiors are very similar in these. Again, James Bond fame, and my car, the Pretty Woman car. Richard Gere picked up Julia Roberts in that car in that movie. There you go. MGTC. Another Morgan.
You were there too.
1956 Morgan Plus 4. You see how similar that one looks to this? So there's only 44 plus 22, 68-year difference in those. Triumph, looking like a Honda Accord from back in the day, very cool. I've seen this one at shows before, but that is awesome. Their Jensen Interceptor, this one is 74 convertible. Oh, look at that, right-hand drive. That's what the Hondas and Toyotas used to look like back in the day, the Corolla and the Accord. Very, very cool. There you go, a bunch of Interceptors to finish this out here. If you want to pause and read, go ahead. Interceptor 3. Yes, yes, yes. There you go. Interceptor Mark III, and you got the DeLorean, of course. Everybody loves the DeLorean. From the Back to the Future movies. Triumph TR 3B. TR 3B. And a TR 4A. Stainless steel. Little openings for the window here. The kids love it. A lot of them are done with the Gigawatt. A lot of them are done to look exactly like the movie. Nice to see a stock one here. You can still get one, I believe, if they still have the parts. They're still selling them. You can get a modern version of it, even made today, fresh from the factory. Somebody bought the rights again, and they're out here making them again. Very, very cool. Wow. All right, just a little bit more to go, showing you every single car out here today. Just Google Drivin Ivan and any car, you will find it. Smash that like button if you haven't already. And yes, yes, yes.
Oh, wow.
Trying to keep us. Look at that cute little Westie right there. Look at that doggy dog. Showing you all the dogs and all the cars.
Hey, Leo.
Leo, hi Leo. All right. Oh yeah, you get a pet. You get on a Drivin Ivan video. Bye, Leo. All the dogs, all the cars.
He's got house.
That's a really cool Land Rover there. I do like that one. I don't know if I showed you the front of this one. Super cool. Everybody's chilling, hanging out with it. 1992. Full convertible too.
Doesn't it look
P1800.
like one of the ones from Jurassic Park or something?
Oh yeah, it's very cool. Very cool. The British love these. They go hunting in them and drive them through the country, yada yada. Great cars. Check out every car on Drivin Ivan.
Drivin Ivan?
I'm live, shooting a video.
Oh, are you driving Ivan?
I think says
let me do the
so on my
back of your
shirt. Yeah, sure, why not? Do the front too, why not? It's a different car there.
Yeah.
They're all my cars. I have a bunch of cars. So there you go.
Okay, I'll put
Search
you on
any
my
of those.
Facebook.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
All right. Gonna see the last of the row here. Last row of cars. Here we go. Look at that. Nice. Plymouth Coinbrook convertible. Fury. Plymouth Fury. Really cool. Love the stripe. Love the fins. Love the interior. Love the not so common color. It's all good. Great looking car there. 1958 Plymouth Fury. Wingbrook. Very cool. Look at these. Wow. Zephyr. Is that what that is? I think Ricardo Montalban from Fantasy Island used to advertise this car and say, and interior made of our finest Carinthian leather. This is our finest Carinthian leather. Imperial with an electronic dash. Wow. That's pretty cool. What a timepiece that one is. Chrysler Imperial. That was very luxurious back in the day. 1950 Dodge. And the Plymouth from 1947. Now look at that. And then the 1947 Special Plymouth. Dodge Shadow ES. Wow, what a timepiece. That is so cool. Yeah, way before Ram, guys. 3-liter V6 overhead cam. This was pretty sporty back in the day. It's pretty quick. Make no mistake about it. This was a cruiser. Road Runner. I just bought a Road Runner Porsche 914. Check that one out on YouTube. Superbird, actually. The winged version of this one. The swoopy nose. Really nice to see this one. Honeybee. Bit of a honeybee with the black stripe coming down the side. They had a honeybee, was it a Datsun B210? Back in the day. Same paint scheme. Kind of interesting. Yeah, rare color. Don't see those a lot. I'll show you the interior on this one too. Chrysler New Yorker Deluxe. AMX Javelin. That was a Matchbox car back in the day. I think it was green with a black hood. Very cool. AMX 390 Ram Air. Yes, yes, yes. Want the specs? Here you go. Pause it. You can see them. This is a cool looking car right here. All right, 1928 Chrysler Model 72. Turbo with the original window sticker. Got to show you that, right? Chrysler Turbo. $19 and 28 miles per gallon because of the manual. It used to be that manuals got better fuel economy and were quicker. Not anymore. With all these 8, 9, 10 speed automatic dual clutch cars. Chrysler Laser. This is rare. This is a very rare car actually. And a manual too. Super cool. Great color. 72. Chrysler, 1928. Yeah, super cool. Wood spoke wheels. That is just awesome.
It's from the 80s though. It's getting up there.
Is a Road Runner type vehicle. Magnum. Let's see what we got. 440 Hemi Charger. Looking good. Blue and white. That is the right color scheme if you ask me. That is correct.
Thank you.
Very nice. I like my blue cars. Most of my cars are blue if I get to pick. There you go. Super cool. Is she quick? Is she quick? All right. Charger. Custom wheel situation there, I think. Nice looking. 340, 4-barrel. Look at that. Plum crazy, looking good. Wow, a Dart. Dodge Dart, early one. Very early. First I'll show you this plum crazy. Look at that side pipe. Yeah. Super cool. Cuda. That's Barracuda. And a Dodge Dart. Like I said, my mom had one of these. So that is pretty cool. From DeWitt's. Yes, yes, yes. Push button transmission. See that? Look at that. Push button transmission. How cool is that? Certainly don't see that anymore, do you? Sort of you do, actually. Lincoln had it in one of their cars. Continental. I reviewed the newer Continental. The suicide doors. That's a cool car. And it has push-button transmission. Very, very cool.
Wait, Daddy, can I
Well, I'm looking at it. '73 Chrysler LeBaron Imperial. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. Nice blue interior, cushy. Looks like the same dash and many other cars. A lot of the cars are similar. LeBaron. Purple paint, sparkly, beautiful. Man, looking good. I know, keep going. My widescreen camera died, unfortunately. Check out every car, Drivin Ivan. Check out the video on YouTube. And all the dogs. I'm showing all the cars and all the dogs. 77 Chrysler Cutlass Supreme or something. Cutlass. Oh, Chrysler Cordoba. Oh no! Where is our finest Corinthian leather? It's not in here. It's in the Imperial. Okay. Our finest Corinthian leather. Check that out on YouTube. It's hilarious. Ricardo Montalban, the guy from Fantasy Island. He sold a lot of cars. That guy could sell waterfront property in Arizona and people would buy it. It's 49 Plymouth Deluxe. Aunt Selma. Straight Eights Car Club. Chrysler Imperial. Wow. Got to show you the interior on this one. Cool hat too. That's cool. Look how the interiors have changed. 77 Chrysler Newport and 96. So 20 years of interior advancement. Chrysler LHS.
I'm on the Facebook page. I read.
Oh yeah.
Like these roads. I read these roads.
64 Plymouth Valiant Signet. Yeah, you can tell it's got that mid-60s appeal. Millennium Falcon.
If it's old enough.
Yeah. Falcon.
I just don't see that over me.
No, I know exactly what you mean.
Dodge. Plymouth Barracuda. Dodge Dart Swinger. Really nice. Right. 59 Dodge Coronet. Plymouth Barracuda. See the interior. This nice shaped car. Redline wheels on this. Column shift there. 1968. Nice to see the original ads out here. Very, very cool. 1970 Dodge Dart Swinger. It's like the restoration story there. Very cool. Like I said, the Dart is near and dear to my heart. Belvedere GTX, sleeper muscle car. Commando. Super Commando. Dodge Dart. Yeah, I don't like how they reintroduced it in the 2000s and 2010 sort of, around there, 2009, 10. I did review it, and I like the name, but they should have made it at least look a little bit like that car back in the day. But again, a Dart is a Dart, I guess. 1973 AMC Hornet. These were very popular in the 70s. A lot of people had these. And then this one. Looks like it was just found. Very, very cool. Look at that. 1937 Plymouth Coupe. Murdoch. Have you smashed that like button and followed me there? Drivin Ivan, thanking you for watching this 2022-2022 Rockville Antique and Classic Car Show. I've shown you every car. I hope you like it. Again, smash that like button. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. The Real Drivin Ivan on TikTok. Drivin Ivan Cats on Instagram and here on YouTube. Ivan Cats Productions. An 8 video for music on YouTube as well. Check out my disc golf videos. You should be playing that game with your whole family. It's a great game. Thanks for watching. I'm Drivin Ivan.